Hello everyone, welcome to issue 16 of our newsletter as our exclusive video for our email subscribers. Before we begin, just like to thank you all for supporting the channel and helping us to grow. Right, let's get into this. I am sorry for this being a bit later than normal, just events have caught up with me and I'm, as usual, up against the clock. But let's go. So first of all, guest streams Saturday the 10th. Actually, very shortly after this video goes out, I will be on the Dragonlance Sagas channel and we're going to be playing The Portal Closes. I believe it's a board game pretty similar to Warriors of Krynn, so I haven't actually played this before, so it'll be interesting. But as always, here on Adam's channel with their things, he's always very gracious when it comes to explaining the rules, especially if something you haven't played before, so it's not like you have to know this inside out before we even start. If you've seen any of our other gameplay, The Goonies, Never Die, Warriors of Krynn, other things we've played, you know, it's always a good vibe, so looking forward to that there. I'm not too sure who I'm on with, if I'm honest. I think Gabriel and a couple others, but always a fun time anyway, so if you can, check us out, always appreciated. Right, then on to upcoming streams. Before we begin this, you might notice there's not as many as normal, reason being personal circumstances. Going through the onboarding process for a new job, it's going to involve shift work, which means I can't commit to anything too far ahead. Once I know where I'm at, once I know what my schedule looks like, obviously I'll plan the streams around it, but for right now, I kind of have to dial back a bit, so please bear with me till I get that sorted. See, this pesky life stuff always gets in the way. Honestly, once I know where I'm at, I don't want to mess people about, especially guests. Last thing I want to do is organise things with guests and then have them, you know, oh, by the way, sorry, my fault, we'll have to change, chop, mess about, and that's not fair on people, and it's not fair on you guys either. You know, putting a stream up and then having to change it last minute if you've set time aside to watch it. So obviously, like I said, I'm doing it for the right reasons. I'm not messing you about. But anyway, what we've got so far. Sunday, 11th of February, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Shattered Obelisk. That's Panhelver and Below and the Seven Sinners. So 2 D&D adventures. I picked them up on one of the, what do you call them things? Groups. Yes, that's the word, groups. let's go with that word, that sounds good. Yeah, one of the RPG groups I'm part of. I'm trying to rebuild my collection. You may have noticed I'm picking up a lot of these sort of books, but they're good. They're good fun to read, even if I'm not going to play the game, but more likely I will at some point. But yeah, I'm going to unbox those. I've kept it. I was going to do it today, but time's against me, so I'll save it, open it tomorrow, and we can have a look and go through them tomorrow. Even if you're not into RPGs, they're good books. They're well written, and a lot of them just, like I said, they're fun to read and get immersed in the universe. Monday the 12th, Steve and I are going to be looking at Carry On Screaming. That's part of our new, don't know whether to make it a new segment. Let me know what you think. Should I just keep it as the horrific reviews, or should there be a whole segment on its own? Basically what we're doing, we're looking at classic horror, sort of 60s, 70s, early 80s. Although, when I'm thinking about it, we'll do that anyway. I'll do that with other folks, so there's no hard and fast rules in terms of the movies we look at here. You know, I mean, they could be from just released to 30, 40, 100 years ago. You know, that's kind of it. If it's an interesting movie we want to look at, we will. Anyway, if you have any strong opinions on it, if that's something to say, the internet has strong opinions on the weirdest stuff. Let us know what you think about that. Is it worth putting into its own segment, or just keeping it as the reviews and just the fact that that's what we're doing? Always fun to have Steve on board. You know, we'll have a laugh anyway, and yeah, you get the pleasure of one or two of his jokes during the stream as well. Right, Tuesday 13th of February, Chris and I are back on, and we're carrying on with the Tremors TV show. Yes, Trevor's Never Die. We're going to be looking at Blast from the Past and Hit and Run. They're just so much fun to look at, and it's fun to be on with Chris, and we'll just have a laugh, and we'll get a crazy theory thrown in, I'm sure, at some point. But yeah, we're carrying on with that. Thursday the 14th, Dale and I are going to be on. We had to put this one back, The Hobbit and Unexpected Journey, so we're carrying on the last couple of movies in the Peter Jackson series that we've been doing, so we'll be looking at that first one. Looking at it on some merit, we're not going to compare it, well, what am I talking about? Of course we're going to compare it to Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think that's part of the reason I annoyed a lot of people when they saw that, and it's exactly the same setup. But we'll try and look at it on some merit and see what we like, what we didn't like. Tuesday the 20th then, back on with Brotherhood of the Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales as we continue with the Alien RPG Draconis Strain. And well done to username who I can't remember. I know his real name and I'm not going to say it obviously for data protection purposes, but well done to the winner last week whose Alien starter set's on his way to them now. Can't guarantee a giveaway every stream, but if Free League games are going to be kind to me in future, and it's something that I have. Don't rule it out. But anyway, we'll be carrying on with the Draconis Strain trilogy, Destroyer of Worlds. Things are starting to get spicy now. We've now starting to heat up, and yeah, we're encountering some gnarly stuff, so that'll be fun to see how that plays out. And then finally, for this newsletter, Saturday the 2nd of March, I'm going to be holding a horrific chat / workshop, and it's called Becoming a Reviewer, and I'm doing that with the Seattle chapter of the Horror Writers Association. So they reached out, they were interested in doing this thing. A bit different for the channel, I think I talked about it in the last episode. Something a bit different what I've done, so rather than just talking about experience, it's more of a workshop for folks that are interested in becoming reviewers. Bit of a different slant. Looking forward to it, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun stream anyway. And basically just getting down into the nitty-gritties of why do you become a reviewer? Why do you review other people's work? What's the best way to do it? What's the style you should choose? You know, things you should maybe think about, get sorted out before you begin. And some things you have to start to find out. Not everyone knows how they're going to come across in front of the camera, microphone. Everyone got a style in their head they want to do, and then they find it doesn't work, and then something else crops up naturally. That's what we're going to talk about anyway. The nitty gritty and the behind the scenes sort of aspect of all this. Then if anyone's interested from the stream and they're maybe looking to do video format this way, we'll maybe pick something and come back on later. But there you go. That's it for the moment. As always, this is not an exclusive list. Things will pop up, so make sure you keep up to date with the channel, do the typey clicky things, and until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.